Hello, I'm Paul Pluta from Paul Pluta Prestige, and today I'd like to talk about the Rolex Explorer 2. The Rolex Explorer 2 I'm referring to is the 16570, which is the sapphire crystal of Rolex's Explorer 2. The Rolex Explorer 2 originally came out in 1972 as the 1655. And basically, this was Rolex's watch, which was designed using a lot of GMT essentials combined with a fixed steel bezel. Years later, the Rolex 1655 became the 16550 when a sapphire crystal was fitted. The model was then changed to the 16570 when the movement was upgraded and the dial choices were limited to white or black. With the 16550, an ivory dial was also available. The ivory dial is very collectible and commands a high premium. The 16570 is probably my favorite personal sports watch. I think the fixed metal bezel adds a layer of class and style to the piece. The white dial on the 16570 I think is the best option to choose, because many sports watches have the darker dials, whereas a white dial is something new and it adds a layer of sophistication that black does not possess. The 16570 has proved to be a fairly popular model. The model has been further enhanced with Rolex's new 42mm case, upgrading from the 40mm size of the 16570. Personally, I think the proportions and size of the 16570 are near to perfect, and I see no reason to get the slightly bigger new version. The older version with the holes case is probably my choice, because I believe a sports watch, which is a utilitarian watch, should allow its bracelet to be changed easily, and holes in the case allow this to be completed in seconds. The 16570 I think is the greatest Rolex at the moment. It's also a model that doesn't scream Rolex and isn't so passé. The 16570 is a very durable watch, which is waterproof, and I believe has the nicer crown. The Submariner has a bigger crown which sticks out a lot more. The 16570 Explorer 2 has a more refined crown, taking its keys from the GMT model. The 16570 I think is good investing and represents good buying in today's depressed market. I think the 16570 is probably the nicest Explorer 2 to have left Switzerland. I think this model has a lot of potential, and I think it's also such a usable piece with a dual time zone, and it's something that the traveller in today's market can really use. Okay, let's have a look at the scoring for the 16570. For the brand itself, I'm going to give it a 7. For the significance of this model, I'm going to give it a 10. For the movement itself, I'm going to give it an 8. For the quality and workmanship of this model, I'm going to give it an 8. And for the personal Paul Pluta Prestige rating, I'm also going to give it an 8. This gives the piece a score of 41 points. I'm Paul Pluta from Paul Pluta Prestige. I hope you've enjoyed this review.